All right, back to non-toxic shopping with Kent. I was just decided to zip through this area, kind of looking at everything. Actually, they did have the Canadian blackberry drink over there, and there was a difference on the price tag. So actually, they might be charging the American price now. And I just saw this giant bag of death. This is what do they call this glycoside? It's riboside, a plant material that's 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar. And this is only 9.7 ounces for, that's cheap for only that's even Splenda's got a stevia now. It doesn't have this one. So it's around $7.60, $7.75. Oh, I take it back. In the packets, it's $17 for 14 ounces. Now, just remember that glycoside is the plant's defense against animals, because no animal could eat more than just a few nibbles of this stuff before the sweetness would just repulse it. It's too sweet. It's freakishly sweet. And that's why it never was really promoted very much or used very much, because it isn't really a sugar. It is a plant defensive chemical that falls within the glycoside range. It's been specifically named riboside. This is just pure poison. You just got to be an idiot if you don't understand that you run on glucose, and that glucose is carbon, and we are a carbon-based unit. Until you really start understanding biology and biochemistry, you idiots will still keep buying this. And both myself and these are all actually, even the Splenda, which is a different type of, myself and Dr. Christine Shimek was right about the Splenda sugar substitute made out of sugar. These are all stevia. I thought there's some Splenda. Now what they did was just take a monosaccharide, that's 6 carbons in a chain, that's the definition of sugar. Then they fractured off one of the carbon atoms and added a chlorine atom. And typically when that happens, when we start making these chlorinated carbon molecules, bad things happen. And here's Splenda still on the market, even though it is proven to cause leaky gut syndrome. And it also comes with, it's not just pure Splenda, it also comes with one of the metabolites that are toxic. I'm forgetting the name right now, but chemistry is complicated, but they're still legally allowed to sell this, even though the growing number of original studies that show that this causes leaky gut, which allows toxic chemicals that ordinarily wouldn't get past your blood-gut barrier. It allows it through. And you people are so obsessed, you need to just alter your eating habits and the things you eat and stuff. And if you have a sugar problem, then you probably really actually have a frankenfood problem, a diabetic problem has nothing to do with your sugar consumption, except you're consuming the wrong type of sugar. Try to stick to cane sugar. If you just narrow your sugar intake to only items that contain cane sugar, you'll eliminate almost all the bad sugars. And remember too, folks, that anything starchy is just a complex, barely complex sugar that starch turns into sugar in your gut, all of it at once in just 20 minutes. I don't care what your health expert says. The science says that starches turn a baked potato turns into sugar, 2 types of sugar, within 20 minutes and upon entry into your stomach and your gut. So don't listen to health experts, so-called health experts, dietitians and nutritionists, because they don't know what they're talking about. But that stevia, now that I've actually tasted it, it's just sickeningly sweet. Don't see how anybody could consume that stuff. Animals won't.